I am a radiation oncologist, which means that I treat cancer with radiotherapy. Among community cancer centers, GenXRT is one of the foremost providers of radiotherapy in terms of technology, in terms of compassionate care, in terms of really just caring about every individual that comes through our door.
We are a local facility. We can be reached from any back road if need be, if you don't feel comfortable driving on the interstate, which a lot of older people do not.
Our patient population comes largely from the South Shelby County area of Alabama, and also from Chilton County, which is the peach growing capital of Alabama.
Generations has a small staff, which is a good thing for us. We're all very close. We know each other's personal lives, and we actually have a friendship. On average, we treat about 25 patients a day, but at certain times we have treated up to 40.
They get the staff that cares about them individually, and yet they get technology that is on par and in some ways better than that available in the larger nearby metropolitan areas.
I think the investment in the technology streamlines everything for us, so we're able to do the important things.
Before we installed Smart Clinic, I struggled with efficiency in terms of documenting our weekly treatment visits. With Smart Clinic and Smart Forms, we've created a way that I can be in the room with the patient, talking with them, giving them my attention, and yet at the same time being able to create that documentation.
When we first initiated Smart Clinic, our Elekta rep was very helpful through the whole process of building the smart forms, building the rules that go in with it, so we could customize it to where if we wanted something to populate just because we clicked a drop-down box, it would do that. And so our forms are 100% customized.
On Tuesdays when we do our weekly status checks, the drop boxes that are on the Smart Clinic make it easier. That way we don't have to spend the time typing out the information, and that gives us more time to spend with the patient.
Let's say they've had brain radiotherapy before, we can choose yes, this is retreatment, and in that case, it added this paragraph. Smart boards are a part of the MOSAIQ Smart Clinic software that allow us to track and make sure individual steps along a patient care pathway are achieved and achieved in a timely manner. Smart boards enable us to deliver better care by making sure that things don't get missed. The first time a patient sees us, to start tracking them, to very practical matters such as billing and coding and that sort of thing, so that we're doing the best job that we can for patients, but that we're also doing things in the most compliant and efficient way as well.
A patient is not lost in transition, and anybody that has access to the smart board can pull up and see where a patient is in the planning process or any of the process at any given time, and it's all in one place.
We use MOSAIQ Smart Clinic's mobile feature quite a lot, be it on your smartphone or your tablet or what have you. It makes me much more efficient because that documentation that I've done is then immediately available to all of my colleagues and coworkers here in the center. As I think of patients that have really witnessed the value of informatics being brought together in an efficient way, I think of Mr. Kirkland, one of my lung cancer patients.
I have a spot on my lung, which is being treated radiation and chemotherapy.
He was able to see the change in his tumor by me showing it to him on MOSAIQ, being able to see how here's where it was to start with and here's where it is today.
My spot is disappearing. Couldn't be any better. I have no complaints at all.
The Elekta team demonstrates accountability by being easily accessible. I can pick up the phone and reach somebody at that moment. If there's a problem, I can email the person. We're on a first name basis.
Accountability is critical because there's a real patient on the end of every beam and at the other side of every form.
Here at this facility, we are able to provide patients with cutting-edge technology through the delivery process of their radiation therapy treatment, and this equipment and software allows us to do that.
I wanted a system that would be forefront technology, that would be efficient, and that would make me more efficient in delivering care. Elekta has really enabled us to up our game Whether it's from the new accelerator we've been using for the past 6 months or so, to MOSAIQ Smart Clinic, where we have instantaneous access to the data that we need, the treatment and the care we deliver is unparalleled.